morning, everybody. Welcome to the European Parliament. I think we're going to have some more people join us and hopefully some more members. So a special welcome goes to my colleague, Lambert, who is here co-hosting this with me. And also, are there any other MEPs in the room yet? No, okay. But MEP assistants, policy advisors. Okay, well, Julia is here. Julia works for me. So, but also welcome to our speakers, and I'll introduce them in a moment. This is the European Year of Cultural Heritage. So this is the motivation for this special breakfast meeting. But I have another motivation, which is the case of Basil Kartabil, who was a Syrian open source innovator, who's largely credited with opening up the internet to the Syrian population before the uprising and the war. And a year after the uprising, he was disappeared, and he's subsequently been discovered to have been executed. And before his death, he had created a 3D virtual reality representation of Palmyra. And so you will all know about Palmyra. When we talk about the destruction of cultural heritage, I think Palmyra is the iconic example. And so I want all of you to know about this. There is now a foundation in his memory. And when the war in Syria is over, that country has to be rebuilt. And part of that will be the rebuilding of the cultural heritage. But also, technology, the internet, innovation, all these things are going to be really, really important in the rebuilding of Syria. So if you don't remember anything else from what we do today, I hope that you remember the name Basil Kartabil, and that you will look him up, and that you will tell people about his work and hold his memory. Right. So Europe, where we are now, is often described as an open sky museum by the many non-European visitors that come here every year to discover our vast patrimony of cultural assets. Indeed, Europe is home to 506 UNESCO sites, with Italy leading the world ranking, before China, followed by EU member states, Spain, France, and Germany. Overall, in the first 10 places of the UNESCO ranking, 5 EU member states are present. At the same time, according to the Global Innovation Index, continental Europe is also home to the world leader in innovation. Switzerland, which has been leading the ranking until 2014, followed them by Sweden and the Netherlands. Overall, in the first 10 places in this global ranking, there are 7 EU member states. Access to culture is a human right, but it's also a huge opportunity for Europe to help drive economic growth accelerated by innovation, in particular by the digital transformation which most societies are currently experiencing around the globe. Culture is not fixed or static, but ever evolving. It reflects old traditions and new identities. And in times of uncertainty, culture is a battleground prone to historical distortion and appropriation by the establishment. However, the fostering of an open, inclusive, and truly democratic society requires creative thinking. And in this context, digital innovation can help to make cultural heritage a tool for inclusion. And that's especially relevant in 2018, our European Year of Cultural Heritage. Accessibility therefore becomes a key word in our ongoing political debate. Highlighting the call to make culture and innovation more inclusive and accessible to everyone is really important. So I'm now going to briefly introduce our speakers. You can find more details about them on the papers you received. And I invite the speakers also to be brief so that we can have plenty of time for questions and answers. So first of all, I'm going to introduce Birgit de Boissezon. Okay. Okay, Julia will tell me later on whether or not my French accent is okay. Birgit is head of the Unit for Sustainable Management of Natural Resources in DG RTD in the Commission. So Birgit, the floor is yours. And after that, I will introduce people in turn. Okay.